that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Hello and welcome to Platinum Explosion, number one PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. My name's Dylan Blight. Joining me, as always, Ashley Holby.
Hey Dylan, excited to be here for a very exciting post-State of Play episode.
Yeah, lots to discuss.
What a change of pace. Things to talk about.
Some. Oh, let's not overdo it. There's stuff. There are video game singular. I don't know.
Cool.
Yes, so we'll get to that in a minute. State of play. I mean, look, honestly, I feel like you can tell. Here's how to tell if I thought the state of play was good or not. Was there a bonus episode?
When did this episode release?
When did this episode release? If it was not posted pretty soon after the state of play, I thought it was just worth waiting. Like, I wasn't that
was
thrilled,
tired.
So. I mean, if I was tired and I loved it, I would, I'd push through. So.
Sure.
Before we get to that, though, just to come back to last week's story about Neil Druckmann and the weird PlayStation interview.
Yeah.
GamesIndustry.biz writes, Sony removes interview with Neil Druckmann, issues apology. Sony has removed the recent interview of Neil Druckmann after discovering, quote-unquote, several significant errors and inaccuracies, and has issued an apology. The page linked to the interview published last week has been updated with a statement issued by Sony, which has specified that a review had taken place and a decision was made to remove it. Quote, we have found several significant errors and inaccuracies that don't represent his perspective and values, including topics such as animation, writing, technology, AI, and future projects. We apologize to Neil for misrepresenting his words and for any negative impact this might have caused him and his team. In coordination with Naughty Dog and SIE, we have removed the interview. How weird is this for a Sony interview to fuck up this bad with a Sony-owned developer to the point they've had to remove said interview? Like, it's just so weird.
It's such a... I don't know. How do you fuck it up? Just full stop.
Like, it's internal PR.
It's internal.
It's like, your job is to just
run this by other people. You can run it by Neil just to make sure the quotes are right.
Yeah, and like, why wouldn't you? Considering the whole idea of it is obviously to make Sony look good at all points in time. Like, shockingly, that Sony's own interviews don't want to make Sony's team look shit. And why would that? Like, I'm saying that in a bad way, but like, how weird. Very, very odd. Nonetheless, fun little week-long news cycle there for Neil Druckmann. Days of Play has officially started. Sales, celebrations, other things. Let's run down it. Of course, it takes place every year, Days of Play. I don't remember why it was called that, what the go was.
Because it's for the players.
It's for the players, the Days of Play.
Not for the Players podcast, though.
No, it's not for the Players podcast. That's a completely different thing. It's for the Days of Play. And the players that play are on days of week.
Preferably.
Morning and night.
Yep.
PlayStation Plus. June monthly games have been announced as part of this. They're not directly tied into Days of Play, but they were announced as part of this. So SpongeBob SquarePants, The Cosmic Shake, AEW Fight Forever, and Streets of Rage 4 are the 3 monthly games for this month. How do you feel about those?
Yeah.
Not good.
Sorry, I was looking at... AEW is not terrible,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Streets of Rage is obviously a critically acclaimed game, right? It's
Streets
been
of Rage
scored very highly.
It's a banger, yeah.
It is a banger, so
Much
but
like
I don't think it's
assume
going to set
SpongeBob
anybody's
is.
worlds on fire.
Oh. Just make them rageful. It's not Streets of Fire. That's a different movie. It came out 40 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, AEW, cool, obviously. AEW fan.
If you haven't bought it, now's the time.
Now's the time to not, because it's now on PlayStation Plus. Then we're getting some more stuff coming to PlayStation Plus this month. So PSVR 2 games, only for PS Plus Deluxe subscribers, but you're getting Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord, Walkabout Mini Golf, Synth Riders, Before Your Eyes, and The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners Chapters 1 and 2. So that is 5 PSVR 2 games.
That's like
which
half the games that have been released to PSVR 2.
Just about. I mean, the Synth Riders is good. Before Your Eyes, I actually really want to play. I've never got around to it. That's a game that, like, you blink and it changes and stuff. Like, your blinking's interactive with it. Ghostbusters, cool. Walking Dead, I've never played.
I mean, it must be alright if they've put out 2 chapters of it.
Yeah. And as we'll find out, the development team behind that has a game announced in the State of Play we're about to talk to. So, and then I think most interestingly, you've got 3 PS2 games coming to the Classics catalog on June 11th, only for PS Plus Deluxe subscribers. They are Tomb Raider Legend, Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Sly Cooper, and the Thievius Raccoonus. Now, before I get your opinions, I have seen people report as if it's 100% certain that these will include the same features that the PS1 games do, with pausing, rewinding, save states, all these sorts of things. However, I can find no such solid proof. So until I decided not to say that, because I'm like, I don't know where this is coming from. So I hope that's what is in it, but I couldn't find any solid proof. So wait and see though. But yeah, what do you reckon? PS2 games finally coming?
Yeah, that's good. Did we not have PS2 games before?
Correct.
Great. Well, technically, we'd had 2 PS2 games that had been remastered, right? That was the only.
We had remastered
versions
games,
of
but not PS2 games. So, like, you would get PS4 games, remastered versions.
I mean, the most shocking thing here is probably that Sly Cooper hasn't been remastered previously.
Well, the thing is, they have.
How have they not done a Sly Cooper trilogy remaster?
Well, they have. It was on PS3.
Oh, fuck. Which we can't play.
Which we can't play.
We'll do it again. Jeez.
Yeah, so, look, if these all have separate trophy lists, Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Sly Cooper, sure, I'm down. Tomb Raider Legend is just a remake of the first game, but cool, I guess. Even though they just released a remake of it, but that was more of a remaster. I don't know. We're getting into the weeds of it now, but I'm excited to see what else they bring out from the PS2 catalog in the future.
Do you know a fun fact I just found out about Sly Cooper? It was not called Sly Cooper. The first game was not called Sly Cooper and the Thieves of whatever here in Australia.
Raccoonus? What was it called in Australia?
Sly Raccoon.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not his name.
That is the same. You know what the saddest thing about that is, though? The fact that I have a PS2 copy of this game somewhere, would have played it, and over the years, maybe because of the remaster release and whatever else, my brain has been butchered to believe that it is called Sly Cooper and the Thieves Raccoon.
Well, maybe when they did like what were they, the greatest hits or whatever.
Yeah, but when
edition,
I played, the
original one was called Sly Cooper in PAL regions.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So when I was a kid and when
Sly
I played
Raccoon,
it, I would have been playing Sly Raccoon. So, but they've butchered me over the years. Anyway, you've never played a Sly Cooper game?
I've played a lot of demos. I never ended up. No, I think I played the first one. Maybe not all the way through, but I definitely played some.
They're so good. So much fun.
That's why they should remaster. Everybody play this. So we're going to remaster.
Well, I'm presuming.
I'm pretty sure that's what Blue Point's working on, right? Get Toys for Bob. Say fuck Xbox and come make a Sly Cooper remake.
I'm not against it. Either that or do the next game, the fifth one.
Yeah.
Because you had that cliffhanger at the end of the fall. But anyway. Some bonus games are coming to games catalog over the next couple of weeks. These are for the extra and deluxe tiers. So Dredge coming on May 29th. So that's available now. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, May 31st, available now. Cricket 24 coming on June 5th.
Smart move, actually, this one.
Is it? Why?
Because the Cricket T20 World Cup is going on at the moment in America and the West Indies. So,
okay. But this is Australia.
The American Cats Cricket Fever. Then they've got a video game to play.
But how do you know they're getting the same one in America? And this is the Australian post. So
I choose to believe. Why would it be different?
Why would it be different? It's a good question. Why would it ever be different? You know,
exactly.
It's never different at all. Australia never gets anything different to America.
No,
ever.
Except PS3 games.
That's right. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the definitive edition, is available June 7th. Now, isn't this the one that everyone said was shit, like the remaster? Or did they fix it?
I'm hoping they fixed it.
If they fixed it, would you want to play it?
No, I've got too much stuff to do.
Yeah, that's fair. If you didn't have stuff to do, would you want to play it?
Maybe for a bit of nostalgia hit, but you know.
Yeah.
This one I definitely played.
A game trial for WWE 2K24 is out now for PS Deluxe members. I don't know how game trials excite people, but you know, whatever.
I know. It's like an extended demo. People like demos, right?
What are you doing in an hour of this?
Playing a couple of showcase matches. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you reckon in an hour you could
spend the 2 hours to create a wrestler?
Yeah. And then you're like, cool.
Loading up, first match, does the entrance.
Yep.
Bell rings, timer's out.
Yep. Rip. Could happen. EA Sports FC24 has been extended, so that was on last month's games and now be available until June 18th if you missed getting that one. A Roblox exclusive pack will be available from June 3rd. Hey, that's today. And includes a avatar for Felix Freezebear the Yeti.
Whoa!
Shout outs. And then some days of play activities. So there are going to be a bunch of PlayStation Stars rewards. PlayStation Plus members can get unique rewards. There's a EA Sports FC 24 Championship. There's a Dredge one. Just get on the PS app and register if you want to win any of that sort of in-game, non-NFT looking NFT stuff. And then there's a bunch of savings, of course. So PS Plus is cheaper at the moment. If you're a new subscriber, you get 30% off. Current subscribers can get up to 25% off if they want to upgrade to Extra or Deluxe. So add that on if you want. You get 15% off Sony Pictures movies at the moment, Sony Pictures Core, which when I was reading through this press release, I was like, oh yeah. That's right. That's Sony Pictures Core. I forgot. Yeah. Cool. So May 29th to June 12th, 15% off anything on Sony Pictures Core. And then there's a bunch of games on sale until June 19th. June 19th as well. 25% off Marvel's Spider-Man 2, 25% off Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, 25% off WWE 2K24, 55% off Star Wars Jedi Survivor are the shout-outs that PlayStation had. And then you can claim some PlayStation Plus avatars at the moment. Just go to the PlayStation Store, click redeem them, gives you a code, enter it on that. Get yourself 5 new avatars. One is a Ghostbuster, one is a Yeti, one is Lara Croft, one is a footballer. I don't know if that's an actual
he's a
person
from Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool. And one is Sly Cooper. All right, let's get into the state of play. So before we run through it all, Ash, the state of play, half an hour of PlayStation announcements. What did you think?
I thought it was a pretty standard PlayStation set of play. You know, there are a lot of titles there hitting a lot of different audiences. I would be very surprised if someone came away not liking something in their state of play. With the hope that, maybe you see another 2 or 3 things that, you're excited about or intrigued to see coming. But I suspect, based on when we're recording, you weren't blown away by very much, but I know at least one title would have made you very happy. So
Yeah, it was a big bucket of meh up until that last game. Obviously, Astro Bot, which we'll get to in a little bit, but yeah, up until then, very forgettable for me. There's a every now and then there'd be something I'm like, oh yeah, intriguing, but nothing until that last game. That was the only one that really did
nothing was like, I need to add this to my
anything
wish
of
list.
substance, outside of just like if I saw a random trailer for it dropped on the PlayStation YouTube channel during the day and I watched it and just went, oh yeah, like I was just
But
nothing.
This is the standard that we've come to expect from state of plays.
Sad, hey.
A little bit, but
I think the problem is also the first game, which we'll get to in a second. They tried to bookend this showcase, the state of play here. Sorry, not showcase, state of play with with Concord at the start, and then obviously Astro Bot at the end. And in a world where both of the games do something for you, sure, you've got a sandwich. You've got some stuff in between. You've got two ends of the PlayStation world
two
at each
first-party
end.
games bookending the show.
But if one of them doesn't do a lot for you, which spoilers Concord doesn't, then you just sort of start the show going, yeah, cool. So let's get straight into that. Concord, it comes out, Firewalk Studios, first-person PvP shooter. We know that's about it so far up until when they drop this. They start with a big character-driven cutscene, cinematic thing. Very good detailed animations, looks good. Although like the characters come to light, everyone keeps comparing it to Guardians of the Galaxy, which I sort of can see. I guess I wasn't thinking at all until I saw people bring that up.
It is almost a 1-to-1.
Yeah,
at least Star-Lord and Drax.
Yeah, when people brought it up, I was like, yeah, I can see that. But until then, my brain actually didn't go there. And then they got a little bit of gameplay in the back end. And I guess this is the thing. They start this very full of personality, seems unique character-wise, or at least until people told me it was a rip-off of characters, but seems unique, characters, whatever else. And then the gameplay starts, and you're just like, oh.
That's what it is.
That looks like a shooter.
A game that doesn't require any character at all. Yeah.
Yep. That's cool. That's you got abilities and you can pick the characters. Yeah, you new. You got Marvel Rivals later in the showcase, right? Sort of hard not to think like that. But yeah, I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it doesn't speak to me, the gameplay. I'm intrigued just because I think it is very ambitious what they're going for. Like, obviously, one of their big points was we're going to drop weekly cinematics.
Weekly cinematics, yeah. So, like, from a story point, that's intriguing and whatever. But like, gameplay. What's the?
Yeah, it's interesting because I think it shows that they want to build community as quickly as possible. Because I feel like you look at the biggest hero shooters, I guess, in the genre, Overwatch and Apex, they didn't have much story, but then started to add story as the games kind of got more popular. And that what kind of solidified the community around the games. People were invested in the stories, or like some hardcore fans were invested in those stories, invested in those characters. You would see fan art and all this kind of stuff, and like people getting excited about different characteristics about the different characters. And they're trying to insert that in as quickly as possible, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of negativity and like kind of saying this game's kind of DOA. I think it's still very much wait and see. Like, the beta is going to be like a breaking point for a make or break point, at least for this game. Because if it plays well, if it's fun to play, there's hope. Because Overwatch 2 is kind of they've knocked the crown off the head a little bit. They've opened a window up. And really, when you think about it, how many hero shooters can you actually play on the PlayStation? There's Overwatch, and then there's a battle royale called Apex. That's about it.
Yeah, there's not many. I
Most
guess.
of the other, the Riot game, Valorant, that's PC exclusive.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be PC and PlayStation, I guess, is the...
Yeah, but, so if you want to push the big console if you want to be the console hero shooter, there's potential there. So I guess yeah. I'm reluctantly optimistic. I think there is definitely an audience that could get into this game, but it's all going to come down to whether it's fun to play. And just, I don't think we can truly judge this game until people get hands on.
Yeah, fair. I mean, we can't. However,
this game is shit. I hate it. I don't like live service games. Give me a single player experience where I'm walking around for 6 hours carrying bread.
What's the art style? I don't know. What is this pixel art bread carrying game you speak of?
How cozy is it?
How cozy is this bread game?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. God of War Ragnarok PC gets announced next. Unsurprisingly, nothing super shocking here. All the typical PC features. Comes out September 19th.
Ultra widescreen.
Ultra widescreen for them nerds.
Yeah. Nerds.
Dynasty Warriors Origins coming 2025. Does nothing for none of us, I don't think. Dynasty Warriors, not really a franchise any of us, I don't think.
No, but it's interesting. They're going back to the origins of everything, I guess.
What's that mean? When I thought all these games were set like in the same. I don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe they're all connected now. Well, this is a story about how they were connected, or they're getting connected.
Fuck, I hope not. Infinity Nikki was the next game announced. Described as an open world dress up adventure, part of a series I've never heard of, the Nikki games. I gotta be honest, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, apparently it is a massive mobile game franchise.
Yeah. And this will be on mobile too, apparently.
I don't think it's a Western audience thing.
No.
But yeah, interesting.
I think that I honestly, I feel like other than the little Astro Bot, this may be my other pick from this show.
Oh, jeez.
Which, yeah. But I mean, it just like has all these weird cats and I don't know. You get magical. It's a magical dress up game. I don't know. I'm fucking. I don't know. Give me this weeb game. Give me this weird Sailor Moon weeb game.
Yeah, is it going to be a gacha game where you get all the costumes? I don't know.
Fuck, I hope not.
Because there's like 4-star costumes.
Either way, I'm down. Give me the what do they call that genre where the girls' clothes affect like magical. There's a genre, anime, where the girls like give them the powers, give them maybe magical girl. Yeah. Ballad of Antara, anime Souls-like. I think, not sure. It was a trailer for a video game. Comes in 2025.
It was.
Yep, that's very forgettable in my opinion, but here we are. And I forgot it. Skydancer's Behemoth. So then we got a couple of VR games, starting with this. Mm-hmm. So this is from the Walking Dead Saint and Sinners team. Look kind of cool, medieval-ish time or whatever it is, but there's a big behemoth fighting it. Some of the people, the hand-to-hand combat look pretty cool. I know obviously you don't have VR too, but what do you think of this trailer, especially like in the world where obviously VR trailers for trying to make VR trailers for epic games is hard, but
no, yeah, I think it did a fine showing, but I mean it's not. I don't think they showed incredibly riveting content. I mean, I think the most interesting elements of this game potentially is you're facing these giant creatures in VR, like in first person perspective. So that could be very cool. But I think we've seen a lot of like sword and shields fantasy games in VR. And this kind of just looks like another one of those.
Other than the behemoth stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
We then got Alien Rogue Incursion from Survivors coming this holiday season. The perfect time, I think, for an Alien game. Right at Christmas, I would say.
Yeah, that's what all the kids want around this Christmas tree.
Yeah, the Alien VR game. Looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, may give someone a heart attack and they may die, I feel, in VR, but I don't know how much would it cost. Like, how much money would you have to get paid to play this game? If you had a VR headset.
Several thousand.
That's whenever I see stuff like this, just like horror games with VR, I always wonder, I'm like, what is the price for Ash to put the headset on? Oh dear. Then we had Marvel Rivals closed beta officially announced, coming to PS5 July. Obviously, people have been playing it on PC for a little while now. I see clips of it every now and then popping up. Have a look-see. Funny shit, like people putting Doctor Strange portals in front of the enemy base and then straight over a hole over the side of the map, which I assume has been patched. But anyway, I'm keen to try this out. I think we talked about an Arcade Couch when it was announced. I was a bit like, yeah, maybe it could be cool. Don't know. Intrigued. Keep an open mind. But the more gameplay I've seen, I'm like, yeah, you know what? This kind of looks like it's potentially shaping up to be good, which, why not? Let's see. But yeah, I'll be giving this a go, I reckon. I assume you will be excited.
Yeah, I mean, if it's free to play, which we all expect it to be.
Yeah, it's free to play. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that helps.
Yeah.
So
barrier to entry. Download it.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Where Winds Meet, which looked like another Souls-like, I think.
Dylan, it looks like a ninja who just happens to be an Asian man, so I'm sure everybody is very excited about playing this game.
I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
Yeah, groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking stuff. And the title annoys me.
I mean, it's interesting. He's holding a baby, so is it a Lone Wolf and Cub inspired She-Ain't game? Yeah.
Could be. It's true. Very much could be. What's the baby do? Is it anything like
cries?
A Death Stranding baby?
You have to rock it. I hope so.
We can only hope.
I hope it is just Death Stranding, but you're in feudal Japan with monsters.
I hope so. Then we got Until Dawn, the remake thing.
Mm-hmm.
Comes spring 2024, PS5 and PC. Didn't look that different to me, or is this just a case of, I don't know. I was like,
it looks like you remember it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I was like, this looks like Until Dawn. Cool.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. As I heard somebody say, it would be cool. The thing that would improve this game is if like they added some alternate choices or ultimate scenes,
like deleted scenes, sort of
or
stuff,
something like that, or like if you or extra options for you to choose, or like extra deaths to find and that kind of stuff. Because otherwise you're just playing the game through again. Although I suspect that would be difficult because getting cast back to re-record lines would not be cheap at this point. So,
yeah, I mean, I honestly
just have to be whoever's not a star anymore.
I don't know what it would take to get me to care.
Replay.
Really. Like, I thought it was fine. I'm not like hugely like I had fun time playing it once. I'm like, I don't know if I could be bothered ever again, to be honest. But
yeah.
Anyway, Path of Exile 2 coming to PS5 soon. Cross progression, cross play, couch co-op, all big C words. Good ones to see. This is cool. I mean, I played a bit of Paths of Exile 1 on PC, the OG. It's just the best thing you're going to get to Diablo that's not Diablo. Looks really good visually, I think. So it's cool. I'm glad it's got couch co-op and everything. I think that's exciting for console players. Mm-hmm. What do you reckon of this?
It looks like Path of Exile.
I was like, I don't know if this is a genre you care for or not, like the RPG or.
I mean, I could.
You could.
I could. If we all decide we're going to play Path of Exile 2, let's jump in.
Yeah.
On board.
Yeah, that's sure. Silent Hill 2 got a trailer, the remake thing. Coming to PS5 on October 8th. They announced some more information, Silent Hill transmission thing, which we talked about briefly on Arcade Couch this week. And by briefly, I mean no one cares about it. I mean, it is PS5 exclusive, console exclusive, so I'm sure it'll do well for Sony. As like it'll be associated. Like it's on PC as well, but so good for them.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Wilds announced, or no?
But it's been announced. This was the first gameplay trailer.
Gameplay trailer. Sorry, yeah. So this is first combination of gameplay in it as well as some of the cutscenes. Big areas, inane snow, creatures. Looks like autumn. Comes in 2025.
As someone who got really into Wild Hearts, just
I'm interested now. Yeah, I'd say trailer did nothing for me personally, just because like it felt like a trailer more aimed at like long-term fans. You know what I mean? Just the way it was,
could like pick apart things.
Yeah, it just seemed like a trailer for people who could pick apart things and stuff like that. But yeah, as someone who I guess A got really into Wild Hearts, B played a fair bit of the Switch One stories or whatever it was.
Rise.
Rise or whatever. Yeah. So like within the last 12, 24 months, I have played more of this genre and Monster Hunter than I ever had before. So to the point that I nearly for a while there was like, man, do I want to download Ice, whatever that one's called, Monster Hunter Worlds? That's what it's called, isn't it?
That was the last
the big one, the last big one that was on console. Yeah. For a while, I was like, man, do I just want to download that? But then I was like, no, it's fine. Fucking, I ain't got time for that shit. You know, it's fine. So yeah, I reckon at launch I'll be. I think I want to dive into this. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm intrigued. You know, Wild Hearts was pretty fun. But you know, this one I feel like is a little bit more hardcore, even more than that. So
maybe because people like Wild Hearts was not as hardcore as Monster Hunter is, but maybe it's like an element of that game taught me the basics to this genre to the point that maybe it won't be as big of a
so we can play together and I'll just stand off to the side and like shoot arrows occasionally.
Yeah, why not?
It's like,
because even like my brain didn't understand for a while like what I didn't even understand the games, you know, like what's the point of the games. And then when I got into Wild Hearts I was like, oh, I get it. Like it's just it's like Diablo kind of, I guess it's the same sort of thing but different, where you know you're just trying to get better gear consistently. Like that's the loop, you know.
The way you get the better gear is by killing monsters.
By
harvesting,
just killing things over and over until they're
like real life.
Just like real life. And then the rumored Astro Bot game was officially announced to end out the show. Fantastic trailer. 3 minutes of pure heaven. There's an article from Kotaku here we'll go through in a second.
I am Astro Bot. Banger
of a song. But yeah, before we run down this Kotaku article where they break down some of the trivia and stuff that I thought was interesting. I mean, yeah, like other than obviously it's one of the most anticipated games of the year, surely.
I mean, games in 2024 have been saved. We've already got Game of the Year locked down. Mario can go fuck himself.
I mean, I don't think a Mario game was scheduled to come out this year, but
I don't know, probably.
But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. One, that it's obviously like, it's a PS5 game, not PSVR 2. No mention of PSVR 2. Clearly, it looks bigger. It looks like
it's a straight up PS5 game. Like, it's just
I mean, they could like come out.
No, they've in the
like 3 months from now and go, oh, we've got like a PSVR 2 mode that you can play a couple levels in.
They won't. No, no.
Or like 3 months after the game releases. I mean, it looks bigger, more creative. You know, it looks like they're kind of doubling down on the Astro Bot. The PlayStation character inspired Astro Bot designs that we obviously saw in Playroom. I mean, it just looks like Playroom but bigger and better. You know, it looks like every level you got to go find a PlayStation ship for them to travel the sky. Yeah, I'm keen. I'm excited. I think, it's just very exciting. Especially I don't think most people get excited for a platformer like this anymore, unless it's got Mario.
It's really weird that it's sort of got it's worked out, because like Astro Bot, I guess, as a character, if you just see him, it's like it's a pretty boring looking robot dude. Like,
shut your mouth.
You know what I mean? Like he's grown, but like out of context before you play the game. And
he's a pretty basic looking robot, but adorable.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's become a key character for PlayStation. You know,
which is so weird, but good for them.
Which is when they've got all these other franchises, Astro Bot. You know.
Mhm.
A game that started on the PSVR. That,
Yep.
you know, crazy. But yeah, looks fantastic. Excited to see or hear more about what the game's going to have and that kind of stuff. And like,
Astro.
I guess the other key thing is like what price points are going to have.
It'll be a full price game, I assume.
You assume.
I'm assuming. Well,
We'll see.
so they've said it's 80 levels,
Mm.
6 galaxies, 80 levels, 15 new abilities, 70 type of bad guys.
Yeah, I expect it to be a
6
full price
boss
game,
fights.
but you know,
Like,
are people going to be
it's-
upset that it's full price game?
Yeah, fuck 'em.
I know. Yeah. What do you think of the PlayStation Messiah, Astro Bot?
It's the greatest, one of the greatest trailers of all time, right? I don't know, like it's just filled you with pure happiness. It saved the showcase. It saved PlayStation this year. I know what to tell you.
You know, I'm sure if you go have a look, Sony's share price went up considerably
I
on the back
assume
of
they did.
Astro Bot.
Assume they did. It was really good. So running through it, Kotaku article here. Kotaku article here. So they just pointed out some stuff in the trailer. So it starts with obviously a DualSense ship, which you see throughout the trailer. You'll be running around on a couple times, which is just, again, as soon as the trailer started and I saw that, I was like, cool. And we talked about this last week, you know, like when it was rumored, will they continue on the PlayStation theme stuff and whatever else? And the answer was 110%. Yes.
Double down.
Double down, baby. They point out Nathan Drake shows up in this little robot. You got a character from the Traveler from Journey in this, a robot wearing the garb of that game company's character. Eco from Eco shows up in it. Parappa the Rapper, which, you know, a robot doing all breakdance with microphone is awesome. It's cool. You then see a PlayStation 5 ship coming out of the desert and then like flying through space or some shit. People online think this looks like a new console and have been saying this is proof the PlayStation 5 Pro is coming out. I'm not joining that.
No, it just looks like the discless. And then the next shot is one with the disc tray.
Yeah, so they just got both in it. I don't know. We then get Shadow of the Colossus, so you got both the games from what's that?
Team Japan or whatever.
Yeah, Team Japan, yeah. Team Japan.
I mean, technically Team Japan.
Yeah. We get God of War, Kratos picking up an axe, sort of thing. We get and then we get a room where all these characters. You got Kratos, Atreus, Spike, Aloy, Loco Roco, and Nate on a control room with Astro Bot pressing a button for some reason, and I don't know, they're all taken off in his DualSense ship. I presume that's what's going on here. I think, I don't know. And then they get to a big scene where it looks like, as I think I tweeted out, or I can't remember if I just wrote it or tweeted. I can't remember. Anyway, life. That it looked like the end scene of Rogue One with all these ships like appearing in space together, ready to blast off into hyperspace. But so they've wrote, here's all the ships you can see here. So you've got on the left side the PSVR aim controller, the PlayStation 1 mouse accessory, PS3 Slim console, PS Vita handheld console, Universal Media Disc UMD, PlayStation 4 DualShock 3 gamepad, PlayStation 2 network adapter, PlayStation 2 Slim, a PS1, and then on the right side middle you can see an OG PlayStation 1 console, PS2 era iToy camera, PS Move nav controller, DualShock 4 gamepad, PS Move wand, PlayStation 2 multi-tap, PlayStation 1 multi-tap, PS1 pocket station, PS3 Move sharpshooter controller, PSVR headset, OG/fat PlayStation 3, a different PS3 Move gun accessory that apparently this person's never seen before. Looking at it, I can't actually spot where it is, but anyway, and a colorful buzz controller as well. So there's everything that's spotted in that last scene there. Yeah, banger. I mean, we got to that last scene when just all the fucking PlayStation accessories line up in space. I was like, this is ridiculous, but I can't wait. Like, how good. So, any other thoughts on the state of play or the Astro Bot trailer or anything?
No. I mean, it was great. Astro Bot was fantastic. It's going to save us all. You know, at least we know what PlayStation's got on offer this year.
Indeed.
For now. Unless they surprise us with something else this week.
Hey?
Unless they surprise us with something else that they're releasing this week.
True. Before we wrap up, I just realized there was something. I had a show and tell, which is my favorite new thing to do on podcast, but I forgot to bring it into the room because I was running late. So hold on, I'm gonna go grab
it. Astro Bot. I am Astro Bot. Astro Bot. And we love Astro Bot. Release the single. Come on. Let me listen to it on my phone, Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, whatever streaming service you want to listen to it on. Let us listen to the Astro Bot song.
All right. Do you know what this is?
It's a box.
Okay.
It's the Fallout Collector's Edition. It's a bomb. Oh my god!
So, what am I holding?
You've got a baby in a jar. What the fuck is wrong with you? Disgusting. You're gonna put that in your room? Unbelievable. Ugh.
So, about 2 weeks ago, we wrote a Platinum Explosion, and obviously I was on here like, man, I was really disappointed I didn't get that collector's edition. Explosion Network alumni / co-founder Nicholas Pry reached out and said, would you like mine? To which I said,
Stacey wants this out of the house.
Maybe I was doing him a favor.
I think I choose to believe that was the case.
I was, to his credit, I was like, how much do you want? He's like, you can have it for free, just cover the postage cost. So, now I have myself a baby in a jar.
And now you put it back in the box so it can't breathe or anything. What is wrong with you?
How good though? Yeah, what a legend indeed. So shout out to Nicholas Pry, who has made all my dreams come true.
Who continues to make poor financial decisions.
I just like that. Like it has, like when it showed up in the mail, it's packaged well and whatever, and then I opened it. And it was just the fact that, like, as someone who just destroys. By the way, apparently he had the box, and he was like, "Do you want me to take it out of the box or make it easier to post?" I was like, I'm just going to tear that shit up anyway. Take it out of the box. I don't give a fuck. Like, what are you talking about? But
how is it still in the box?
Yeah, so he just had it in a box, like in a corner somewhere, which is very different. But like the fact that like it has the plastic in here that I presume the baby was in and everything, like
probably.
Like I would have we unbox things very differently, you know. He gave me it still has the game and everything. I now own 2 copies of that, but that's fine. But I've got the complete collector's edition then, you know?
Yeah.
Also, I didn't know what else came with it other than the baby. Apparently it came with a roll of security tape.
Useful.
For stuff. I don't know.
Like, is it actual tape or is it the just plastic?
No, I think it's like that stuff you would pull tight or whatever, like wrap around poles, you know what I mean?
Like police tape.
Yeah, like police tape, yeah.
Yeah.
So it has that, and then it has this little Luden. I think it's like a
keychain,
which I'll probably just take up and use because, you know, I'm one of these people that, you know, I like to have cool things on shelf in collector's edition, but I also like to use things, you know, because I'm not. Anyway, I nearly forgot about that for a second in my rush, but I was like, fuck, I've been. Because I messaged him and said, it's here. And I was like, look out for Ash's reaction when I pull that up randomly on the.
No, because when I saw it, I'm like, oh, damn. I talked about on that episode, those were going like for $400 something each.
Yeah.
You know, has Dylan dropped $400 for a bit?
I mean, I would. It's not outside the list of things that I would do for a bit, but no. Nick was nice enough to cover the postage. And to his point, he's like, you just have it free and it'll cover it. And he didn't think it cost that much because I think the postage was like $60, right? He's like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize it cost so much. You don't have to send me the full postage. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, obviously, I have to send you the full postage. What are you talking about? Anyway, that will do it for this week's episode of Platinum Explosion. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Nicholas Pryor. For my
miss you.
baby. For my baby. Forgot what else I was going to say. Anyway, tune in to Arcade. That's what I was going to say. Arcade Couch this coming week, end through to Monday or whatever. Obviously, Summer Game Fest is happening, so we'll have 2 episodes across that 4-day period coming out to cover all the gaming conferences. Then, obviously, Sony's got nothing directly happening. They just did their state of play, but who knows what could be announced that worth talking about that may or may not be PlayStation adjacent, which could be most likely Death Stranding at Summer Game Fest, presumably. If I was to take an easy punt. Thank you for listening, though. Catch you next week. Until then, remember, every trophy counts.
Do you reckon the big bad at the end of Astro Bot is Phil Spencer?
That would be funny. That would be meta. That'd be more meta than Deadpool.